U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. It's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up on a playmaker, Anthony Brown. Down inside the 35-yard line. he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This one's going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it down from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put him through the pipes.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. On the return, Williams. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Pass midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's where he can do it.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Taken in the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
An offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Down to 37. Big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 5.
Cook. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it's Morris to hit the end zone.
It's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful of not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
You do good?
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know,
I'm trying to play a game. Shut up.
As well, and that's what they just did on that play.
This is an important game, okay? Now leave me alone.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go.
No, I didn't. I hit it.
Where'd you put it?
It's up on the shelf somewhere.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down, Green Bay.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. Rodgers lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Rodgers again now. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. Want to hear it? They are more athletic now than ever before from that kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for
Packer pressure, and down he goes. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Second and 15. That one into the hands of Thielen. Complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the 42-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Sack him back at the 42. So we reach halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Again, it's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Packer was able to get this back, but they'll indeed keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Snap comes at 1. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. They get it to Funchess on the jet sweep. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Packers 17, Vikings 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And they'll try to run the option here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This throw incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throw downfield is taken by his running back. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing out. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. .17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. They take this across midfield and inside the 45. So how about that for a momentum switch?
In the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run. Cook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there out of Cook. 44 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
4-yard line.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he will score. Touchdown. Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Williams to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give them 32 on the play.
First down.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they'll wind up giving this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
3 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Well, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. For a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
On first down, it's Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 42-yard line.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
First down, Jones. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 7 from the 20. timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. That one was stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened in the game. So after it's over, you go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.